Okay, we're gonna call the November 17th meeting to order. Roll call.
Here. Mr. Smith, here. Mr. Vacula, here. Mr. Carr, here. Mrs. Here.
Here. We will do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, any board members who desire to add, delete, or separate any items on the consent agenda as proposed? No? Okay, this time I just need a motion to approve the meeting agenda as presented for the regular board meeting on November 17th, 2025.
Move. Support.
Roll call.
Miller? Yes. Mr. Smith? Yes. Mr. Vacula? Yes. Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on October 20th, 2025.
So move. Support.
Roll call.
Mr. Miller? Yes. Mr. Smith? Yes. Mr. Vacula? Yes. Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. Are there any board members with correspondence? Mr. Carroll, Mr. Simone, you want to continue recognizing our guests and visitors?
Well, guess what? Thanks for being here. Please introduce yourself.
One Noble.
Okay, well, Swanky, Jenny Kevin, Ian Hansel, Lindsay Mossy.
Is that Frank? Lucas Brady Roofer?
Thank you, everyone. Seeing that no one has registered to address the board, we will continue on with Mr. Carroll's financial reports.
All right, thank you. The stack of financial reports you have in front of you. The first one is our cash reconciliation. This shows that we are balanced with the bank. The second page, which is our financial summary by fund, this shows how we are appropriated. Next one is our cash summary. This shows all fund balances and encumbrances for each fund. Have the disbursement summary. Those are the checks that we issued during the month of October. And the first graph you see is the general fund graph. This shows the revenue and expenses compared to the forecast. End of October, we are 33% of the way through the fiscal year already. Next graph is the payroll and benefits broken down. For payroll, we are 32% of the way through our budget, along with benefits, also 32% of the way through our budget. And the last graph, we did receive an income tax collection. With this collection, that puts us up 5.6%. So trending very similar to last year. Other items on the agenda, we did have two donations. One donation was to assist with paying off negative lunch balances. So you'll see that donation there. We actually have to put that in the student assistance fund, and you'll see the transfer later on down there for the exact dollar amount. We did have 3 new grants to come that are coming in. Then a program cost agreement with for auxiliary services. Then we do have a refund from the ESC on behalf of Holy Trinity to return funds that they did not spend last year. Then the kind of exciting part is we have 2 bond payments to make. We do that in November. And once we do that, we will be completely debt free of the district. That is all that I have.
Any questions for Mr. Carroll before we jump into the agenda? Okay. So we will need a motion at the end to approve the October 2025 financial reports we just reviewed with Mr. Carroll. To accept the following donations: $100 anonymous donation to Student Assistance Fund and a $700 donation from Brent Knopfsinger to the Student Assistance Fund. To approve the following grants, to modify appropriations and amend resources accordingly: the Row Ohio grant for $16,840, high school STEM grant for $5,000, middle school STEM grant for $2,500. We also need to approve the following transfers, appropriations, modifications, and amend resources accordingly: an increase to art club of $600, increase to girls basketball for $4,000, increase to K through 12 prevention education of $15,723, a transfer of $33.10 from the Student Assistance Fund to food service, transfer $40 from student assistance fund to food service, and a transfer $14 from student assistance fund to food service. Transfer $674.04 from students assistance fund to food service. We also need to approve an auxiliary service agreement for the Educational Service Center of Lake Erie West for the 25-26 school year in the amount of $90,578.60 for personnel services for the benefit of Holy Trinity Schools, and to amend resources and modify appropriations accordingly. We also need to approve the following transfers and debt payments, modify appropriations, and estimate resources accordingly. Pay the refunded Series 2002 bond principal and interest of $147,740.50, and pay Series 2010 House Bill 264 Energy Conservation Bond principal and interest of $82,084. We have to approve the $661.50 refund from ODEW from Holy Trinity for unspent auxiliary funds for the fiscal year of 25. This time, I just need a motion to approve the financial reports and other financial items.
So move.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Magulak?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. We will jump into the personnel. We need to offer the following supplemental contracts for the 25-26 year pending the completion of all pupil activity permit requirements. Cody Scheller, middle school wrestling coach. Kurt Schroyer, wrestling coach volunteer. Dan Schmidt, tennis coach volunteer. We need to offer the following supplemental contract for the 25-26 school year pending the completion of any and all certification and or licensure requirements. Tori Font, academic challenge. To approve the following high school and middle school paid and volunteer event workers for the 25-26 school year. Lottie Dougherty, Sean Rafferty, Luke Woodring. To add the following individual to the approved district substitute list pending the completion of any and all licensure requirements and background checks. Sheila Torrio, teacher, psychologist support. This time I just need a motion to approve the above listed personnel positions.
So moved. Support.
Questions or discussion?
How many kids are gonna do tennis? We're at,
I am sure what school, other schools going through. Brady, do you know?
Awesome.
I think it's good. We got one gymnast, right?
Yes.
So,
And we have a swimmer, or did they graduate?
Graduated.
Graduated, okay.
The academic challenge, is that, Mr. Blankshaw's done that traditionally?
No, this is for the middle
For
school,
the middle school, okay, thank you.
Mr. Eckelbarger.
Awesome. Thank you. Roll call?
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Magulak?
yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. We will jump into other business. We need a motion to rescind and approve the proposed existing policy revisions to current Evergreen local school board policy. The following policy revisions are recommended for approval. I will give you a minute to look over those, and when you're ready, I will take a motion.
So
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Magulak?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. You need to approve an Evergreen High School Tennis Club for the 25-26 school year. The district will assume no costs associated with the club. All costs, including but not limited to transportation, uniforms, entry fees, coaching fees, and participation fees, are assumed by the club members. The Evergreen High School Tennis Club will be permitted to operate using the Evergreen High School name and Board of Education approved logo.
Support.
Question or discussion?
Just another question. Like how many, it's a club, so you know, like soccer, you have to, everything has to field a full team. What would this have to field
I believe there's still teams of singles and doubles, so with same requirements, a full team for 3 years. Would be it.
like how many, do you know?
Probably 7, probably 3 singles and 2 doubles.
Sounds all right, that's ballpark
Somewhere
for
in
sure.
there, really.
Further questions?
They're not using the vans to transport or nothing like that, though.
Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Miller? Yes. Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve an overnight trip for the Evergreen wrestling team to participate in the Roughneck Duels at the University of Findlay. The team will depart on December 12th, 2025, and return on December 13th, 2025. And stay at the Hampton Inn located at 921 Interstate Drive, Findlay, Ohio. Coach Kyle Keller will be the trip supervisor.
Move.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve an overnight trip for the Evergreen wrestling team to participate in the Division III state duels at Sandusky St. Mary's High School. The team will depart on January 30th, 2026, and return on January 31st, 2026, and stay at the Holiday Inn and Suites located at 1515 Cedar Point Drive, Sandusky, Ohio. Coach Kyle Keller will be the trip supervisor.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. Need to approve the following overnight trip for the Evergreen wrestling team to participate in the OHSAA State Wrestling Tournament at the Coshocton Center in Columbus, Ohio on March 12th through the 14th. Should any wrestlers qualify for the state tournament, Coach Kyle Keller will be the trip supervisor.
So moved.
Support.
Question or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. We need to approve an income tax resolution declaring it necessary to renew a school district income tax and requesting certification of alternative tax rates. Revised code 5748.02. We're gonna jump down where it says it is found and determined that all formal action of this Board of Education concerning or related to the adoption of this resolution was adopted in an open meeting of this board, and all deliberations of this board that resulted in such formal actions were adopted in meetings open to the public in compliance with all applicable requirements of the Ohio Revised Code.
So moved.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. At this time, Mr. Simola, would you like to take over discussion and information?
Sure, I wanted to congratulate Mr. Miller on being reelected to the Evergreen Board of Education and congratulate our newly elected school board members, Lindsay Mossing and Casey Schmidt. So look forward to working with our new members and our existing member, Jason. Thank you. Next item, public discussion of district calendar on the agenda are the key dates for the proposed calendars for the next 2 school years. There were no changes to the 26-27 calendar that was tentatively approved last year. The proposed 27-28 calendar developed by administration and EEA leadership was the majority vote getter by the teaching staff. We are open to community feedback before seeking board approval in December, so out there for people to see. And again, we've been planning 2 years, so it's easier for people to make arrangements, vacations a year out or other family activities. So very similar with what is proposed for 27-28 as we've been doing.
Any questions for Mr. Simola? All right, Mr. Frank.
All right, so update for the elementary. We've had a lot of exciting things happening since I was here last month. We've had our 2nd graders go to Stour Village. We've had preschool host Grandparents' Day. We've had lots of fall parties, the costume parade. We had a family literacy and math night, and we hosted our book fair. As far as the book fair goes, I'd like to thank Mrs. Becky Laver. She was kind of in charge of all of that. She organized all the details of it and did an awesome job. And then I'd like to thank Ms. Eleanor Shooter for her willingness to let us use her classroom set up. We had over $9,000 in sales, and we'll receive 50% of that in what's called Scholastic Bucks. So what we're thinking is we'll divide it out by grade level, and the teachers can kind of work together and decide what their grade level would like to get off of the Scholastic website. Things like books, classroom supplies, things like that. As far as another thing on the agenda, we've had 3 fire drills so far. And it might seem like a little thing, but with our most recent one, we were over 90 seconds quicker in identifying all of our students and making sure the building was clear and everyone was accounted for. So I appreciate the staff for taking it seriously and the students as well. We're gonna be participating in a Michigan versus Ohio State coin war. Mr. Smola is actually joining us for that. So how that will work is students will bring in any loose change. And there'll be a Michigan jug and Ohio State jug in the office. And whichever jug has more money in it, on Tuesday, the 25th, we'll have an assembly at the end of the day. And Mr. Smola or myself will end up being pied in the face. So if Michigan has more coins, Mr. Smola will be pied in the face, and if Ohio State has more coins, I'll get pied.
Make sure and let me know how we can donate. to that.
Okay. Figure the more we get it out there, it's a good thing. The mini Viking parents will be hosting our Santa shop. Where students can come in and enjoy shopping for their loved ones. Everything will be $5 or less, so it's affordable for kids to shop for family and loved ones. And it will be open to the public from 2:45 to 3:30, and that is on December 4th. Lastly, Mr. Jonathan Torrance is going to lead our choir in performing their winter choir concert on Thursday, December 11th at 6:30. So we'd love to see people support Mr. Torrance in the choir. He does an awesome job. Any questions?
I don't think so.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Frank. Mr. Burkholder.
Good evening. Want to recognize 3 special people in our building for being people's champs for the month for us. The teacher is Carrie Chamberlain. She's been in the district for quite a while, but she's still one of our building leaders, especially when it comes to organizing events for us, particularly the 7th grade field trips. We're going to go to the Toledo Walla game in about a week and a half, and we're going to go back to the Mud Hens. These are great reward field trips for our 7th graders. It really helps them be motivated to stay out of trouble and also to be in school and keep their grades where they need to be. Also want to recognize Janice Smith and Vanessa Martinez. There are 2 lunch ladies for us. They're serving breakfast down in our building now, which is awesome for our kids, and they're also serving lunch. They do it with a smile every day, and the kids like seeing them, so they bring positivity to our building. Some academic recognition for the first quarter. I want to recognize we had 71 students get all A's, and 203 of our 331 students meet the honor roll. So that's a good portion of kids hitting those. And then another recognition, I want to give a shout out just to the middle school staff in general. We received news that the U.S. News World Reports ranked us 189th, which sounds low maybe, compared to the 2,407 that we're being compared to. So we're in the top 5%. I'm gonna skip down here to the Veterans Day Assembly. I know a number of you attended that. I want to give a special shout out to Emily Crockett. That was our 7th grade student that won our essay contest. She did a really good job speaking in front of a crowd that size and speaking from something that was very important and dear to her heart. We also participated the last 2 weeks in the FFA food drive. Proud to say that the middle school again dominated and led the way as far as bringing in donations. So thankful to the kids for that. That goes to the community families. And then want to recognize that we had 12 students make the all-county choir. And then a special thank you. We almost had completed our 5th grade field trip. We had 2 days worth of field trips in which we took our 5th graders to do what's called the Challenger experience. It's very much mimics what it's like to be part of NASA. And so we almost got it finished. Our 2nd day going, if you had heard, we had to bring back our kids halfway through the day. They had shut down the building, having some technical issues with their boilers. So we're trying to reschedule that field trip, hopefully maybe by the end of this week. So.
Awesome.
Any
Thank you,
questions?
Mr. Burkholder. Thank you. Mr. Rupert.
Good evening. I also want to recognize our Veterans Day program. I know Jenny Conrad did a lot of organizing that. I thought it was a great program, but I also want to shout out our high school staff who did some extra time outside their normal duties. Luke Rosen, Rob Stearman, Eric Cooper, and Sarah Freese. We also had choir students, art students, Melissa Ross Dye, Leo Overfield, Lindsay Hendricks, and Madeline Young. She created the program. I also want to recognize Alex Lutheran. He applied for the Battelle STEM grant, which was approved earlier for $5,000. He's going to use that money to purchase a laser engraver. So he's done quite a bit over the past couple of years on building that program. He is seeking other grants as well to purchase some additional equipment. Now we just gotta work on and where we're gonna place all that stuff and make sure it's usable. But he has really put a lot of effort into that, outside of the normal, just planning for a class. The last thing I wanna highlight is January 16th, we are holding our Future Friday event. Last year in May, we brought in 45 career professionals into the gym, and we heard a lot of positive from our kids. I'm in need of some help of trying to bring in either career professionals, so if you know somebody that would be good. Basically, they're in the gym, we have a table for them, kids are moving around for about 45-minute sessions, and they're just having conversations with kids, talking about, their job, their careers, that kind of stuff, so. If you have ideas, either one, you can give me names and contact information, or feel free to direct them to the main office, so. I wanna try and get a variety of people in for that day, so that is all that I have unless there are questions. Thank
I
you.
don't think so. Thanks, Mr. Rupert. Mr. Noble.
Good evening, Brian, if you could change my direct deposit to just go to that coin fund for the Michigan. You gotta make sure Mr. Small sees that pie and whatever.
Heard it.
Alright, well, first I wanna, recognize Angela Infante. We called Angela back when we lost, one of our tech, members unexpectedly or quickly, wasn't planning on it, so Angela came in, and I can tell you that the staff at the elementary school are just raving about having her down there, so. She's doing a bang up job. The tech office is just probably cleaner now than it was when I was there. I mean, she's doing great things down there. So thank you to Angela for all of her hard work to keep our staff up and running over at the elementary school and helping me personally. I also want to thank Dawn Schiavone from Nowaka. She was here on Friday for our PD. She held a session about student data privacy and all the Senate Bill 29, rules or laws that we have to obey by now as school districts. So thank you to her. Dawn is also co-chair for the Ohio Student Data Privacy Consortium, and she's also on a national one as well that she was elected to. So Dawn is really good at what she does, and to have her come in at no cost to us was really nice to have her here. And I think she did a really great job presenting to our teachers and make them aware and understand exactly what's happening right now with all of this. So thank you, Dawn. Wanted to let you know, since it's been quite a while since I've been up here, the security camera project is complete. The only thing left on that, we have some licensing for some video walls that we are going to get installed here probably either before Christmas or potentially shortly after. But other than those video walls, everything is completed. We've had training. So we have really good cameras all the way around the district, and hopefully we won't need them, but if we do, we have them. Also, the new security system is completed as well. We kind of did that when we did the cameras. So we collected all the old fobs from anybody that had them. And that whole system is now turned off. So any fobs that we didn't get back are not going to work. And now we have a structured, organized method of releasing fobs to new employees or volunteers so that we know what's out there and how to get it back if we need to. So it's been a lot of work, but it's done, and I'm really excited about where we're at with security in general. So, and then the last piece to that was our IT closets. We cleaned those up. When you're installing 170 new cameras, that's a lot of wire coming into your tech rooms. And we had a lot of wire in there as it was. So I did print off some pictures because I'm a dork, but I wanted you guys to see kind of where we're at. You can just share them. So there's before and after pictures on there. I've kind of talked to Brian a little bit about it. Just this kind of stuff doesn't seem that important, but our network is at a really, really good spot right now, after all this is being done. Not that it was in bad shape, but it was very unorganized and was not structured well. And with help from Dan Spiegel, at Secure Tech and myself, we've got it in a really good place right now. So I'm really excited about where we're at. If we need to add new things now, it's not like gonna take a long time to do it because everything's structured so good and organized. As you can see now, it's not just a bucket of spaghetti, it's done really nicely. And then lastly, next Wednesday, Nawaka will be on site. Rachel Fry, her and I are gonna install a new core switch, which is like the head end of our internet. That gets installed in my office. That was purchased with E-rate funds back last spring, and it finally came in, so we will be installing that on Wednesday. So I've already notified everybody not to be here because we won't have an internet all day. But other than that, that's it. Any questions?
I don't think so.
Great job, thanks.
Thanks, Mr. Doble. Mr. Smola.
I wanted to thank US 20 Diner and the Country Charm for hosting our community conversations last month, and the people who came out to talk to us. It's good to be available and to have conversations with the community members and give them the opportunity to ask questions. So we had a good turnout at both of those. That was good. So I wanted to thank the community members and the two restaurants for hosting. The LED school speed limit signs are here. They took a little longer to get them assembled. They will be up and installed, working by the end of the week. Dr. Schweinfurt is working on another grant and hopes that we can add another set on County Road S. Once we get these up and working, so we will have them by the end of the week. And good, now it's getting dark early. It'd be beneficial to have them up. They should make a big difference. And then we continue to monitor current bills that impact public schools, especially those that impact our funding. Advocating for the support of public schools has made a difference in changing the legislation in a positive way. We encourage members of the Evergreen community to make their voices heard in Columbus, and we will continue to provide information through the Your Rights Matter publications that the Fulton County Superintendent's put together. So it has made a difference. We have been heard. So thank you to everybody who has reached out. We need to continue to support. There are still a number of pieces of legislation out there that would impact our funding. So any questions?
I don't think so. Thank you, Mr. Smola. Are there any board members with questions or concerns?
I'd like to pile on with everyone else about the Veterans Day program. I am telling you, other than graduation, it is absolutely my favorite event in the whole school district. Athletic events or anything else, if you've never been to one, you need to get to one. It's really inspiring, and everyone involved does a great job.
Agree. I would like to just say, I did call, ODOT on Central and 6. Long discussion, he was awesome. He works out of BG. He came here personally, looked at the intersection. They did move those white, stopping marks up by 40 feet on either side. Vision both ways is over what the minimum requirement is. I was educated on how much a stoplight is. They are over $200,000 a piece. A roundabout is about $600,000. But short of him saying that there's not enough accidents there, like we assumed, he directed me to direct Mr. Smola and anyone else that would like to share with ODOT when there's an accident, because it does take a long time for that to come up. When I talked to him, our last accident at the intersection had not been to his dashboard. It takes about 6 to 8 months for it to come through, because Ohio State troopers have to investigate, and it comes through all these channels. So he just showed the ones that we saw on that report, but he was very willing to educate me on it, very willing to talk. And like I said, he came out here personally, looked at the intersection. He said it is a large intersection. Just to kind of keep poking them so that it makes that list, because right now it's not on the list, but so that's, Mr. Small and I talked, and that's our game plan. So Other than that, is there anybody else with questions, concerns? No? All right. We just need a motion to adjourn the November 17th, 2025 regular meeting of the Evergreen Local Board of Education.
So moved. Support.
Roll call?
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Smith, sorry.
Yes.
Mr. Vacula, Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Mrs. Stevens.
Yes, motion carries.